camera angle. All right, so I'm going to be carving a spoon, and I'm going to lower this down. Let me see here. I ain't restarting this live. I'm going to have to rotate this device. It won't let me shoot it like this. Let them know that we're on. All right. So now I got that. Now, so we're going to be carving a spoon today. I got one thumbs up already. All right, let's share this out. Welcome in if you're coming in. We're going to be carving a spoon today. So if I don't answer your questions, just letting you know, I am carving a spoon. So I can't really see them all, but you get to watch what we're doing. And now I'm not no kind of wonderful spoon carver. I don't got no wonderful skills. I sit here and just do stuff and see what it ends up being. So if you come in and you want to see what we're doing and you're interested in this kind of stuff, well, here you go. Hope you enjoy it. Hey, Doomsday Podcast, how you doing? I'm going to be trying to carve a spoon today. And some of you, if you've seen my videos, you've seen this more. It's a Mork and Neve spoon carving knife. So I've already started. There's a dip right here in it. And this thing's super sharp. So I try to cut away from myself. I'm sitting at my kitchen table, by the way. So I have a lot of a mess to sweep up. But this is dried hickory, so yeah, it takes a little bit of whittling to get. You gotta aim away from yourself until you get that dip down in there, and then that dip will kind of hold it in. This is basically how you carve a spoon. You use one of these right here. Now, let's see, that's a better angle to get it at. A lot of people don't know about this. They don't even realize that you can do this. The hills have eyes, oh Lord. I've got a whole leather tool roll right here. Now we do have these leather tool rolls on sale on our website right now. We don't have these on there, but we do have four-in-hand rasp. You might have seen that in a video if you've watched any of our videos. But right now we're gonna carve this spoon, and this is gonna be my live today. I'm running live on YouTube as well as on TikTok. Let me get that camera down there. And this is a dry hickory stave I had out sitting there in the woods for a while. And I'm just freestyling this. Now, one of the things to note about carving from natural wood, when you want to split it so you can get that pith. The pith. You want to get that pith out of there. It's just a dry, dead piece of wood. As you can see, it's punk wood, basically. It'll mess your spoon up. That's the spoon that I have a video about making. Actually, I just didn't really plan it through. Just started doing it out in the woods. And so there's a pith on it. And I ended up, it didn't really affect it too much because my wife's just using it to stir her coffee. Because my friend Blue Duck told her that sounded like grating on a chalkboard when she used a metal spoon. So we're doing this today. And as you can see, by this amount of wood, this is a very sharp knife because it's called hardwood for a reason. Now we're going to want that to be a lot bigger. So I'm going to ask y'all if you're in here today and you got some friends that may be interested in this or you just want to help us get the views up, share this out. This is a good little Saturday project. If you're on YouTube watching this on recap, share share it on out. I'm pointing into the camera on YouTube. Share it on out. This is the knife I'm using today. I have another old spoon carving knife, and it's not as sharp as this. It's old. I found it in a box, and I've yet to been able to get it restored. Now, somebody did make mention about how to sharpen these, and it's kind of hard. But I've got a leather strop. Now, we actually sell that leather strop on our site. But the best thing I found to do is just to put it in here and or bend that leather strop around it and rake it into it. Now, that's the best way to do it, boy. It'll sharpen it up. And it cuts through this hardwood really well. Moras make very sharp, good made products as it is. Golly. That ain't no good. This is, let's see. This is actually stainless. A lot of their project knives and things for carving are made of, I'd say stainless, but a lot of their other knives are made of carbon steel. So you see that, how deep it's getting, just how deep that's getting in there. And we want to make a large spoon, so we'll carve all that out. And I don't know if I'll do a video for the whole time that I'm carving this spoon. But we got to get it deep, because as you can see, there's the pith. The pith is right there. And I want to carve it down deep enough to where it's still got a good bowl, but it's above that pith. And then I'm going to shape all this into a handle. I'll use I got to go get my knife. I've got a Essie, not an Essie, but an Ontario knife that I use to do my sloughing and removing material. And so there's a couple different ways you can do this. Now, if you don't have a spoon carving knife, get some of these little cheap chisels at Harbor Freight, and they'll do for what you're wanting to do. And this is a gouge, and you're going to go down in there, and notice it's not as sharp as that Mora. You're going to dig down in there and dig it out. I probably shouldn't be doing that towards myself, but I did. So you're going to catch yourself doing things that are not safe sometimes, and that's why you correct them. But that'll cut right through that grain. This can be used a lot for bowls. Now, one of the reasons I tell you I got these is because you got the longer ones at Harbor Freight, and I don't know how well made they are, but this is a very small thing, so I can just stick it in the palm of my hand, and I don't got to worry about that big, something this long, kind of, it coming loose is easy. Let's see how it's not got as good of a smooth cut. You can see all that material left in there. Yeah, I thank y'all for the likes that are putting them in there. I sound like Sling Blade. Yeah, I got a video on a Sling Blade. Him there, mustard and biscuits. But I have a video coming in pretty soon on actually where I rehandled a Kaiser blade, Sling Blade, a kisser blade. We call it a brush axe down here. But as you can see how sharp that is, it takes that right out. Using a Mora knife right here, I'd highly suggest them. They're not terribly high. I thought about selling them on my site. I'm working on getting my EIN and things set up where I can get it. A lot of the reasons I do this is I want to teach people things, because a lot of people talk about inequality. A lot of people talk about they talk about a lot of different things about how this is not fair, that's not fair. When you have skills and you learn these things, and the information to learn skills is everywhere, and it's free on the internet everywhere. it don't matter what is available to you in your neighborhood. It don't matter, and really nowadays it don't matter. It does not matter what the school system's like in your neighborhood. If you get online, you can learn anything, and it does not matter what your your state in life is, whether you're middle class, lower class, upper class. You can make things. Now, there are some people with disabilities, but I mean, even a person that is just paralyzed from the waist down can sit here and carve. You might need to talk a couple people into going out in the woods and grabbing you some saplings and letting them dry out, but you can make really anything you want. You got 1,000 likes? Well, I mean, usually I'll get up there pretty high in the likes, so that's good. Thank you for helping me get up in. I thought you were saying you had 1,000 likes. No, but thank you for helping me get to 1,000 likes. Today's a slow day. Usually I'll have about 100 people in here, but today's a slow day because I'm not talking about politics and getting people, riled up. I don't even care either way. Now, I don't trust any of them. This is what I'm about, is learning things. I see so many talking about inequality. I see so many talking about, all this systemic garbage. You know what? This eliminates all of it. When you learn skills, when you really do something, teach somebody something. You can give a man a fish or teach a man to fish. You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life. And hey, Blue Duck, how you doing? I'm making another spoon. Blue Duck, I call him Blue Duck all the time. It just seems right for some reason, but that's that old, I think it's Lonesome Dove. You got that off of? But this is how you really make an impact. You teach people stuff. Because it don't matter what they do to a person, they can always have something. They can make things. I make chairs out of junk saplings that are going to die. I make spoons and forks out of junk. People, you can take old $2 or $3 files from. I bought a huge horse brass from the flea market. So if you can get a angle grinder, which usually you can get for about $10 at a yard sale, and you can get another disc at Harbor Freight for cutting metal, you can turn that file into a knife. You got to have a way of heating it up till it's ready. You can do that with a propane torch. There's so many things I see in life that don't make sense. You got people that holler about inequality, but they don't want to work. And I'm not talking about working a job. They won't even do their own home, when they got the time, do their own homework. Now, I don't know about in other places, but here it's mainly amongst young people that find a way to stay home. So we're not just talking about minorities. We're talking about lazy white people. So there are some people that are in situations, and I understand that. But if you've got the time, you can learn a skill. You can learn some trade. You can learn how to make things. It only take the thing about leatherworking, the thing about woodworking. You can do this with hand tools that you can usually buy at yard sales for dirt cheap, or you can buy them off of eBay for dirt cheap. You don't gotta have a ton of money. You just gotta know how to use them. But that's my thing, If a man has got 2 hands and 2 eyes, I had a friend, he was deaf. He says, I've got 2 hands, I've got 2 eyes to see, and I got 1 brain. And he was talking about how he could do anything. And I thought about that. I said, you got a guy that's sitting there, he's hearing impaired, can't hear a thing, but he's got that much confidence in himself. And he had a business, and he worked a job, and he was really a big go-getter. And he didn't let his impairment stop him. And I applauded him on that. But yeah, it just takes some time. If you got some time, heck, you can make money off stuff like this. You get good enough at this, you can take this. Just too lazy to move nowadays. I know people that's like that. I struggle with getting my kids to get up from the television and get outside. I don't understand it. I can sit there and watch a show, but then I like to get out and do something. I got one son, he really likes being outside. But at the same time, he'll sit around sometimes too. carve that dip out first. Gives you something to work on right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut YouTube off. We got a long enough little video of how to carve the dip and how to use it, and a little bit of I guess some of my thoughts on things, whether you liked it or not. But that's how you do it.